the resume behind her smile setting. A prestigious tech firm in Atlanta, Georgia. Characters: Janelle Carter, a 32-year-old black woman, quiet, brilliant, and humble. Recently hired as a systems architect: Tom Whitaker, a 45-year-old senior manager, white, with deep-rooted biases, masked as traditional values. Melissa Cho, a mid-level HR specialist, quietly observant, deeply empathetic. Mark Delgado, the company's COO Latino, rose from poverty, values merit above all story. When Janelle Carter walked into the sleek, glass-encased headquarters of Luminous Logic, no one suspected she'd soon shatter decades-old assumptions. Tom Whitaker noticed her the moment she entered the open floor office, not because of her confident stride or the crisp intelligence in her eyes, but because of the color of her skin. In his mind, a systems architect was supposed to be someone who fit in, not a black woman with natural curls and a quiet demeanor within days. Tom made his opinion clear. He dismissed her ideas in meetings, gave her the cold shoulder, and once made a snide remark about her being diversity hiring. Janelle, who had faced worse in her early days in Silicon Valley, kept working silently, pouring herself into a project that others had failed to revive: Project Ether. A struggling AI platform. The turning point came during a major stakeholder presentation. Tom had taken credit for much of Janelle's work and pushed her to the background. But when the system crashed mid-demo, panic set in. Tom stammered. The boardroom buzzed in frustration. That's when Janelle, still seated at the back, quietly said, "I can fix it." Everyone turned. Tom scoffed. "Let's not make it worse," he muttered under his breath. But Mark Delgado, the COO, gestured for her to proceed. Janelle walked to the console, hands steady, eyes locked on the code. Within 90 seconds, the AI was not just running, it was performing better than ever. Silence fell. Mark asked, "Did you write this patch?" She nodded. "And redesigned the adaptive learning algorithm?" Tom chuckled nervously. "Well, she had some help." Janelle, for the first time, interrupted him. "No, I did it alone. And I've done it before." She reached into her briefcase and laid down a printed resume. Not for herself, but because she knew what was coming. T listed her previous roles: lead AI developer at the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARP, a guest lecturer at MIT, co-developer of the AI used in Mars rover navigation. Tom blinked. He hadn't even read her full file. Melissa from HR whispered, "You didn't know any of this?" Tom's face flushed. It wasn't relevant. Then, for the first time in her tenure, Janelle's voice cracked. "I worked hard for years, in rooms where no one looked like me. I joined this company to make a difference. I stayed quiet because I believed the work would speak for itself. But I'm tired of being invisible." Tears welled in her eyes, not from weakness, but from years of frustration she had buried deep. The room went silent again. Mark stood. "Tom, we'll discuss your role in all this later." He turned to Janelle. "Miss Carter, if you're willing, I'd like you to take lead on our new research division. You've earned more than just a seat at the table." Janelle nodded, still tearful but composed. Melissa quietly emailed HR. Tom was later demoted and sent to mandatory bias training. And Janelle? She became a symbol of not just brilliance, but resilience, the living proof that no R-sum can show a human soul, and no prejudice can erase a legacy in the making. Morale: racism often crumbles in the face of undeniable excellence, but it shouldn't take brilliance for someone to be treated with basic respect. Would you like a visual mood board or character sketches to go with the story?